double trucking here, Dina and Sherry.
She had a cranky mood today. We're on the way home, but it's okay.
You asshole, you said you was gonna say hello.
Hi. See, she had a cranky mood today. That's because the boy down there, he been bad.
This asshole down here, he's all in my getting on my nerves. I told him he's gonna wake up in a new zip code because I'm about done with him.
He thinks he's her boyfriend at night. He needs to cry her in the bed.
Crowds the bed all night long. Puts his arm around me like I'm his wife or something. Shit. Trying to sleep on me. Puts his heavy head on me at night. Holds me in one place. I told him more than once last night, look, if I'm in your way, you are welcome to get down and go up front with the other mother. Hell. Get off me. God, dog. I can't even turn over. You're making my back stiff as hell.
Point the camera toward me. Toward me.
She really, or she won't even let the dog in her pathway. She gets out of the seat. Trace, move. She goes back there. Get up there. She comes up here. Go back there. He can't even get in her way.
You know what?
But
and that's why I don't have a problem sleeping. Because the dog don't sleep with me in the bed. The dog knows better. He knows that his place is on the floor. He don't sleep in the bed. I did not create the bed monster. You created the bed monster. I did not create
the bed. No, he can't even be up here in your way and bugging you while you drive. And he comes up here and sits in this seat for 2 hours, and he goes to the hospital.
Who created the bed monster? Where does the dog go? We're at home. Where does the dog go to bed?
He has a nervous breakdown if he's not with me. I didn't create that. That just happened.
Oh, no.
I didn't ask the dog to come get in the bed with me. I can't tell you. I don't call the dog in there to bed with me. And now I do. I can't afford another $4,000 vet bill.
We can't afford it.
Yeah, we can't afford it. I know I can't. Can you? No.
Because
So
the dog is like addicted to have to sleep with you because you created the bed monster.
I did not. He's just an anxiety-ridden, stupid-ass dog.
Okay. All right, on to our story.
God. Okay, so the story of the week is, okay, we took in a set of doubles to Phoenix, which means we have a dolly. Typically, when we get to Phoenix, we drop whatever we bring in, and they send us with an empty on over to Rialto. So we get in there and we drop it. Now, immediately when I get into a terminal, or we get into a terminal, we arrive it on the app to let them know we're there. And then we automatically, as soon as we arrive, we turn right around and do a recheck-in. Because if our load's ready, we right away know we're not killing any time. We know exactly what's there for us to pick up so we can keep rolling. We're not down as any time as if possible. So it said trip not ready. So we go ahead and drop. We had a set of doubles, so we went ahead and dropped it, picked our dolly back up on our truck. So I told Sherry, I said, well, hopefully, since the trip's not ready, we're going to give them some time. Maybe they'll set it up while we're dropping. But if not, I'll go in. Now, I know this doesn't pertain to everybody that's looking to drive for the first time, or looking for a new company, or looking to go to FedEx, whatever. But this is how I do it. This is how we do it. This is how I showed her how to do it. This is our system. If that trip is not ready when I arrive at a terminal. I'll check in as soon as I get there, and if it says trip not ready, I go ahead and drop. I grab the dolly if I've got one. If not, then we get all that stuff situated. And I give them a few minutes to get that trip in there. If by the time we get all that done, get the dolly, we pull back around to line haul, and we will check in another time or two. I have all the phone numbers to the terminals. I keep them in my phone, and I've got a list of them in my clipboard. So I know that with Phoenix, it's easier for me just to go inside. Now, sometimes I'll call. If they don't answer the phone, I just go inside. So I go inside. And they're really nice to keep us going. So I go inside and I tell the guy, gave him my truck number, told him we were dedicated over to Rialto. So he said, did you bring in a set or did you bring in a long trailer? I said, I brought in a set, but we'd be perfectly okay with taking an empty 53. Because he kind of frowned up like they didn't really have any sets available. I said, well, we're okay with taking a 53. He said, okay. He goes, go ahead and check back in. You're going to be taking an empty 53. I said, okay, thank you so much. So, in the meantime, I didn't know this, but in the truck, Sherry had run into a guy, and he asked us if he had asked her if we're going to be needing our truck dolly. She had told him, hang on, she's inside. We may be taking a 53, we usually do, and we'll drop our dolly over there behind in the empty lot over there. There's a big area where they have empty 53s. And she said, we'll drop it over there behind them trailers so you can come get it.
It was closer. We were going to drop it at was kind of a hidey hole, and it was closer to where we were at than where all the dollies were at. And I told him it was a good dolly too. We hadn't had any problems with it. So he was like, okay, because he was right next to us.
Okay, so I come get in the truck. And I told her, I said, okay, we got a 53, we got to go drop this dolly. Now, the dolly yard, FedEx, you don't leave dollies sitting all over the yard. Now, they do it all the time over at KCMO. It's a mess. They're not organized. They don't care. But every other yard, they don't like your dollies sitting all over the yard. And they have an area, it's called a dolly yard. And you're supposed to take your dolly over and set it down. I said, we got to go drop this dolly because we got a 53. She said, no, this guy right over here is wanting our dolly if we've got a 53. I told him we'd drop it over here. And I said, I tell you, if we drop our dolly, what they do is they don't dispatch you. She goes, well, he's going to get it. I said, all right. So we took it over there. And we dropped it. She waved at the guy as she gave him a motion. It's going to be over here. So we go back over there where we're going to get it empty. And we dropped the dolly back behind some trailers. Not in front of any trailers that would mess up somebody coming and pulling a trailer out or anything. We went behind some trailers so it wouldn't be in the way. And we were outside. Yeah, we weren't blocking anybody. So we went out and we dropped the dolly. We were putting the mud flaps on the truck. And this yard jockey, yard switcher, whatever, the little yellow truck that pulls trailers around the yard. He pulls up, he's a little young guy. Are y'all dropping this here?
I said, there's a guy coming in the truck, coming to get it. I said, we're dropping it here. He'll be right around the corner, just a few minutes to come get it. He goes, well, if you drop it, you can't drop this here. You got to take the dolly yard. I said, I understand that. I said, we've already talked. He's coming right around the corner to come get it. And he takes off.
I said, oh, Lord. I said, he's going to go straight to line haul. So anyway, we go on looking for an empty. We finally found an empty. We had to get another yard jockey to pull it out because they set them darn trailers in right side by side. Not even any walking space to get in there and raise the landing gear.
Now, I had already pulled up the app. Showing that we could dispatch out.
Yep. I had gone in and checked in, and our empty was sitting there. They had already loaded us up with an empty, and we were dispatched. Not dispatched, but we were
set up to dispatch.
we were set up to dispatch. So we had this yard jockey pull us an empty out, and we hooked up. Sure enough, before that ever happened, this truck pulled around and got the dolly. So the dolly was gone. The dolly has been picked up by this guy. We hooked up to this empty trailer. I get out with the, I backed under the trailer. Sherry hooked up the lines. I get out our normal routine. I get out with the phone. I go back to get the trailer number and take the pictures and all that in the app and dispatch. It says trip not ready. That's what they do. If they catch you dropping a dolly on their yard, they will not dispatch you. They had taken our empty out of the app, and they were not going to dispatch us because that little yard jockey had run up to the line haul, radioed in or whatever, and told them that we had dropped a dolly on the yard. I said, God dog it. So I said, we're going straight back up to that line haul.
Meantime, this 53, I look across the yard, the same little area, and there's my guy picking up the dolly.
He had already picked it up. We watched him pick it up before the yard jockey moved the trailer. So here we go into line haul. Well, I was hot. I walked back up up to the window and I said, I need to give you this trailer number so we can dispatch. It's not in the app. So he wrote down the trailer number. He said, what's your tractor number again? I gave it to him. There was a second guy sitting over to his left, to his left. He goes, ma'am, you left the dolly sitting on the yard. I said, yes, I did, for another truck to pick it up. He asked us if we were going to use that dolly, and we told him we would drop it for him over there, and he came and got it. Well, I need you to move that dolly. I said, I can't move that dolly. He's already came and got the dolly. And so Sherry explained to him the whole deal. The guy had asked for our dolly. We told him, give us a minute, and when we found out for sure we had a 53, we would drop the dolly over there where we were picking up, and he could swing around behind us and get it. And he goes, so the dolly's gone? I said, yeah, the dolly's been picked up. He picked it up right after we dropped it.
That's what we told the yard jockey.
We told the guy that the truck driver was coming behind us to pick that dolly up. I said, I know where your dolly yard is. I've been doing this 6 years, and I don't leave dollies laying all over the yard. And the guy that was taking that had waited on me, he was kind of smiling. He knew Dean was about to get hot and tell him something. I didn't use no bad words. I didn't disintegrate the good name of Double S Transport. I just told him I've been doing this 6 years. I know where your dolly yard is, and I don't leave dollies sitting all over the yard. And he goes, your trailer is in there. You can recheck in and go, ma'am. I said, thank you very much. We went out there and checked in, and we got out there. That just made me so mad, because we told that little young fella that was out there yard copping exactly what was going on. But here's the lesson of today. When you go on a yard and go into these companies, follow the rules, because they will jack you up, and it's going to detain you. So that detained us about 15 or 20 minutes. But anyway, we still got to Rialto. We got our little tails out of there too. We're about to get into Lenexa now. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, 2 hours. I think I said 3 hours on our last video, but we actually got out there in 2 hours. Just in time for Sherry to eat her little something, get her a Twinkie, and lay down and turn on the TV.
Have my belly full, and then I had to go back on the road. I was ready to take me a nappy nap.
Say it again. I didn't even have.
I said I had my belly full. I was ready to take me a nappy nap.
I was trying to take. She kept waking me up. I didn't have.
To go home.
I wanted to go home, but you broke my sleep up. I don't do good with broke sleep. Shit.
I'm sorry, but we're almost home.
We sure is. We
70 plus degrees.
I'm probably gonna sit out back and have me a beer.
I'm thinking we need to go to the river.
To the river, going down to the river.
Sunday, gonna go to the river. I had me some ice fog last night going to New Mexico. Yeah, I thought at first it was the smoke coming up from Texas. I did the sniff test.
She show it like Trey's got that nose going.
I was doing the sniff test because at first I thought it was smoke coming up from Texas fires, but it wasn't. It was, and then it looked. I could see the ice coming off. It was 28 degrees, and it was ice fog.
It might have been ice smoke.
Might have been. I don't know. It was definitely foggy, and it was icy fog.
Where'd you take your break? Hutchinson?
No, I took my break in
Pratt. Did you see Donkey?
No, I didn't see no donkey.
No one see Donkey and Jesus, Paul and Mary?
No, didn't see the donkey.
Didn't see the donkey.
A donkey donk.
A donkey donk, a honky tonk.
Pratt is an unusual city. Unusual town. We see all kinds of things in Pratt. Tell them about that little girl in Pratt.
I was driving, coming through Pratt. And this little girl, she must have been a deacon, either a deacon or a Baptist preacher's little girl. She was driving her car.
Little white car, and
I was in I knew I was coming up to a light, but after that light I was going to lose a lane. So I stayed in the left-hand lane coming up to this light. I don't guess she liked that or something. I don't know. She pulled up to us on the right-hand side. Sherry looked over, and she did this thing right here. Sherry said, "Ah, that girl flipped us off." I said, "No, she didn't. That little girl flipped us off." I said, So I eased up beside her. Sherry was looking out that window.
I just kept staring at her. I kept doing this.
She eased that car up. I eased that truck right back up beside her. Sherry doing this.
I should have rolled the window down, and she was like, she's doing this. She wouldn't even, you could see her side-eyed. She had sunglasses on and
I said,
she didn't look a day over 16.
I said, "Sherry, all you got to do is roll that window down." She's probably sitting over there. When that light changed, that girl took off. She disappeared. I said, "I hope she pulls into this Casey's," because we were going to pull into Casey's. I was going to give me a piece of Casey's breakfast pizza. And I said, "I hope she pulls into Casey's," because I'm going to ask her, "Little girl, do you even know what that finger means? You are messing with the wrong one, baby. You need to go on back to church with Daddy and listen to his sermons. You need to stop that." No, that was a preacher's girl. She's out there in this little small town Christian community trying to be bad, trying to slip that finger up. You could tell she don't do it very often because she slipped it up. I said, "Oh, I wish I could run into her because I would just have to make her I would tell her, girl, don't you know Jesus loves you? You need to be listening to your daddy." Because he was either a deacon or he was a preacher, because that girl was not used to doing that. We scared the shit out of her.
She did. And it was so funny. And the face on her, you got me looking at
Uh-huh. She was scared shitless.
Because I just did this the whole time. I was looking down at her just like this, and I did the wide-eyed, I'm crazy, batshit crazy look at her, and I mean she did the side-eye on me. I was like, little girl, you just don't even know, you know. And I had the tire iron sitting right here, and I was thinking, you know, if I lift it up, she'd keep me her pants.
You had to lift that tire on. All you had to do is just roll that window down. She would have been, I bet that seat was already wet anyway.
I could have rolled that window, or even cracked the door open, and the alarms go off in the truck. You know how the alarms go off in the truck and beep, beep. Oh my Lord.
I'm telling you, it was so funny because I am a former teacher, and I taught back in the Delta in Arkansas. And them children down there, there's a church on every corner, and they bad as hell, but they went to church. So I could always pull that Jesus card on them. When they were being bad, I would pull Jesus on them. And if Jesus didn't work, I could pull grandma on them. So I knew that if I ran into that girl at Casey's, I could pull Jesus on that girl. And
She was
I knew I could pull it on her.
wanted to see that girl so bad.
I got all the tricks. And how I won them kids over in Arkansas, see, I could talk like Medea. I watched all them movies. I knew that I could talk like Medea. I'd pull Medea on them. I talk like Medea half the time. I'm telling you now.
Nina can talk in tongues. Medea talk in tongues. She can talk in tongues. I've heard her do it in her sleep. I'll be like,
Oh my God.
oh my God.
The next time we came through Pratt, it was getting the holiday season.
Yeah, it was
And I'll be darned if we didn't roll down through there. I said, oh my God, there is Mary. She's walking. It was a homeless lady. I said, there is Mary. She was all packed up walking along there. And if a few hundred, maybe 100 feet behind her, here comes Joseph with a donkey.
He had a donkey. The donkey was full. He had a donkey.
He had a little barrel. That poor barrel was down. I said, good God, the things we see in Pratt. Oh, y'all, it was something else. I'm telling you the truth. Look, we're getting close to Lenexa. We're going to get out of here, and we're going to drop this trailer and head to Springfield for the weekend. Look, what I need you to do is I need you to have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. Enjoy your weekend. Love on your families. Love on your families. Hit subscribe and comment down there in that box and let me know you did it so I know I'm doing something right. And comment down there, share, hit like, share it with somebody. Tell me what we're doing. Tell me you like it. Tell me you don't like it. Ask me some questions. We're going to check y'all later, all right?
See ya.